Welcome back to another episode of Strangecraft. We're here, and today is a huge day. Scope this. We got this thing done, and you may be asking, why do you have this huge hole? Well, I want an area to put a bunch of ugly looking farms where I don't have to feel bad about them. And I'm going to show you exactly how I made this hole and how long it took and all of the problems I went through and everything that needed to be done. And I needed to make an actual perimeter, so this perimeter is going to be useful for making a passive mob farm, which we are going to do. So that's why you may want to make a perimeter like this, and that's exactly why I need to make a perimeter like this. You may also want to make a perimeter like this for making a mob farm, just a normal mob farm, just to make it super efficient. And yeah, because you can control the mobs within the mob farm. So let me show you exactly how I actually made this thing. And for that, we actually got to get down from up here. And I also want to say that most of Strangecraft and the progress and everything we're going to do, it's mostly going to be done on stream. So if you want to hang out and watch the progress of Strangecraft moving forward, definitely follow me on Twitch so you can hang out with us and watch the progress. I'm just going to make progress update videos on YouTube moving forward. So those are going to be the videos that I post here on YouTube. So the TNT flying machines that I first made to make this hole were a variation of this TNT duplicator right here, where you move this contraption and then it duplicates the TNT. And now with the addition of another sticky piston, a slime block, and 2 observers to send power into the slime box and then the pistons, this is now a flying machine that duplicates TNT. And this is what I was using. I made about 32 of these and blew up about half of the hole with this method. And then this was it works really fast because if you have all of them going at once, it blows up like everything all in one go. The only problem is when I did it with these, it left a bunch of floating blocks in the middle, which mobs can spawn on. So that's an issue because we're not able to control the mob spawning. So then I had to come up with a different solution, which I will show you and talk about in a second. But first I want to show you this thing go really quick and some of the mistakes that I made when making this, which if I could go back and redo, I would redo. So hopefully if you ever think about doing this, I can help you out a little bit. Do you want to play on a Minecraft server with me and receive some other really cool benefits? Definitely consider becoming a Patreon today. And before you actually let this thing go, you have to make return flying machines for it, and you need to set them up on both sides. And they essentially look like this, where you have an observer facing into an immovable block. You have a dot of redstone dust on top of that, which then transfers into a repeater. And the repeater is going to go into a trapdoor right on top to tell this observer to send another redstone signal down into this piston so it goes back the other way. And before I put down this trapdoor, I need to set one up on the other side so that it will actually return and won't just fly off in one direction and never come back. Okay, so now I have a return station on that side, and the one on this side actually has to line up with this observer here. And of course, when I did it to make the hole, I made it go the whole distance, so the return station would be on this side, so they'd fly back and forth the whole distance. But I just want to show you guys an example of how this works. So I'm just going to set it up like this. So once I put this trap door in place, this thing will actually go. Oh no, it's stuck to the side there. Okay, let me fix that. Okay, so I corrected the issue and now it's going. And the TNT only actually duplicates one way. And this was how I was doing it the whole time. Oh, let me get out of here. I'm going to die. Woohoo! And this is how I was doing it at first. And it was kind of slow. Just because it only does it one way. But what I found out, and what I wish I would have done differently, is I think you can literally just put a block on the end like that. And now when it goes... But what I realized is that if you have a block on the other side of this coral fan, I think the TNT will duplicate both ways, because I was messing around with it in a creative world. This one isn't working right now just because when you add that extra block, there's too many blocks on this portion of the flying machine, which makes it so that you can't actually move these. But I think if you lowered this one, you could actually get it to work, which I kind of want to try it just to see if it works. So let me put that together and we'll test it. I tried about 20 different designs and they kept having issues, and I spent hours trying to mess around with it just to get this right, to get you guys this design and get in front of you. So I'm going to spare you all the time of going through all the different designs and just show you the final product here. All right, test number 367. Oh my gosh, it works finally. And it works both ways. Please work, please return. Oh my gosh, it works. It works. Yahoo! Oh my gosh. All right, let me turn this off now. Oh, so this is the design you guys want. This is the design you want if you want to be able to blow up TNT both ways. Yeah, this part's kind of janky, so you could definitely redesign this if you want. Yeah, I'll go around the whole thing just so you can see. I don't want to go over this whole thing, but I'm just happy I got it to work. So yeah, that'll go back and forth and it blows up the whole area. But again, I had a huge problem with this kind of design where there was a bunch of just blocks that were floating in the middle. So what I had to do was I figured out either I'm gonna have to remove all these manually, or I need a machine that's gonna go through this whole thing back and forth and hit every single block and drop TNT on it. So that's when I looked up other designs for making quarries, and I found one by RaiseWorks that was done a very, very long time ago, back in like 1.12 or 13, I think was when he actually made this design. And it's this thing right here, and this thing is a beast. So this thing has two different TNT duplicators, flying machines. So this thing will just carve away and actually break down to bedrock just with one pass. And this thing goes back and forth. And it'll go back and forth, and when it returns back to the station, both of the TNT duplicating machines get pushed over one block, and then they go again. So it'll drop TNT on every single exact spot 4 times, because it'll drop it one way, back the other way, and then with the second machine, it'll pass it one way and then the other way. So that's how I did the rest of the quarry after I made the 32 of the duplicating machines like I just showed you. And I am so proud of this thing. This thing is really cool. I'll show you guys a little bit more about the quarry at the end of the video. Before that, I'm gonna show you some other things that I've been up to. At one point, I did think that I wanted to get rid of all the lava that's down there, and I don't really want to get rid of all the lava anymore. But when I was thinking that I did want to do that, I played around with different methods, like filling it in with gravel. So I actually made a farm that generates gravel. And then I also went to the iron farm and got a bunch of buckets and tried just using fire resistance potion and picking up the buckets. But I want to show you the farm that I made that actually generates gravel. So let's go and check that out. Before we go check out the new farm I made for the gravel, I just want to give a huge shout out to DK, because he got me off of Optifine and onto something called, I honestly forget what it's called. Oh, sodium and phosphor. So these are mods for rendering to make everything faster, and my chunks load in about like 5 to 10 times faster now. So I'm very happy with that. He also got me the minimap mod, which is I think gonna be super useful. I'm already really liking that. And also he got the mod in the bottom right corner over there, which shows the durability of everything. So that's super cool. I'm really excited for all these, especially the performance enhancing the phosphor and sodium. So yeah, with that, let's just head over into the nether and go and check out the gravel farm that we made, quote unquote gravel farm. Oh, hey there. Yeah, it's me, the guy making this video. This is a quick vibe check. Are you vibing? Let me know how hard you're vibing down in the comments below. And if you're vibing hard, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so that you can join the Dusty tribe. Cool, now that we're done vibing, let's get back into the video. Man, it's so easy to find this thing with that little arrow right there. Yeah, that's super nice. But yeah, if you guys don't know what this is, if you guys don't watch the Twitch streams, this is DK's gold farm, right? So DK wanted me to make this piglin bartering area, which I mean, I also wanted to make it because this is now how we get gravel, along with ender pearls. This is our ender pearl farm. We get a lot of things. We get a lot of things from this: leather, quartz, soul sand, string, obsidian. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I mean, we got tons of gravel from this, which I was using to fill in the lava. And we also got fire resistance potions, which I was drinking and then going down literally into the middle of the lava with buckets to clean up all the lava, which I'll show you both of these methods real quick in case you're wanting to do something like this for yourself. But before we get into that, I want to show you this farm real quick, this piglin bartering farm, which I designed this myself. I actually have a video on this design. I did actually put 8 guys in here or I guess this is only 7 when I should have only used 5. So I'm gonna try and fix that actually in a little bit later to make sure that we're getting this fully optimized. I mean, right now it has good rates and we can't really make the rates faster, but what we can do is optimize more of the hoglins or piglins in here, I mean. And to get these piglins, it was a hassle. We did this all on stream. I was over there, I had a platform where I'd spawn in a bunch of mobs. I would kill off all the mobs except for the piglins, and then I would throw gold into these little apartments. But yeah, once I got them into the apartments, the rest was easy. We just have this minecart traveling over the top. You know what, let me just show you this. So we get the gold from down here, right? We take all this gold, we actually turn it into gold, and now we have 21 gold that we can feed the piglins. We put the gold inside of this chest, we press this button, and then this thing takes off. It shoots a piece of gold into each one of these containers. They then drop whatever item after they're done inspecting the gold. They'll drop the items down below, where we then have hopper minecarts collecting it all. And the system back here is super simple. It just tells if there's an item inside of the dispenser, and then it automatically triggers the dispenser to drop the item if it does have an item in there. So I did that with comparators and repeaters. And then there's a slight delay over here where it says, okay, if there's a minecart here, go ahead and send it back on the cart right there. So this goes back and forth. And on the other side, I actually have a comparator taking the input to see if it still has items in it. So it will automatically stop when it no longer has items to shoot out to the piglins. I still need to make a sorter for this, and DK is actually really mad that I don't have a sorter for this right now. But right now, all the items just come here. Up there, you can see the hopper minecarts that collect the items, and then they go into this collection system. So this farm, this whole thing was really fun to make, and we did it all on stream. So if you guys want to see those in the future, definitely consider following me on Twitch, which is linked down below, so you can see me build this kind of stuff in the future. All right, I'll show you both methods of getting rid of the lava now, just so that you guys have an idea of how to do that if you want to do it for yourself. I'm probably going to leave most of the lava that we currently have in our hole, just because mobs can't spawn there. It's not spawnable space. I kind of like how it lights up the bottom of the farm, and I'm not too worried about having some lava in the bottom. Oh my gosh, look how fast these chunks are loading. I absolutely love these new mods. Okay, so this first method for getting rid of the lava, you literally just start dropping gravel, some sort of block that has gravity on it. You can just go like this and it'll replace all of the lava blocks. Now this way is pretty slow, but it like guarantees that you don't miss any spots and it won't glitch out, unlike this other way of removing some of the lava. So it was really nice because I all of a sudden just had infinite gravel when I made the piglin bartering farm. And then the other way for clearing out this lava is to drink a fire resistance potion, which we also got unlimited of from the piglin bartering farm. And you drink this, you have a bunch of buckets, you literally jump into the lava and you just hold down right click, but then some of and yeah, you'll throw out all the lava once you fill up your inventory. It kind of gets glitchy though, and that way is definitely the faster way between the two. So I would definitely recommend doing that. I think I would do more like I would probably do a mixture of both if I was gonna clear out the rest of this lava. But I think I'm gonna leave the rest. Maybe in the future I'll decide that I actually do want it cleared out. I'm gonna clear all this out just so that we have room so I can show you what we're gonna do or how this thing actually tears up this wall, because I do want to show you guys that. I want to walk you through exactly what I was doing for the hours on stream or the hours just on my own of what was going on and what I had to do to actually get the rest of this hole made, because it was a lot of work. But while we're clearing this out, you know, let me know if you guys want a tutorial on this. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think you guys will understand just by looking at this. But if you want a tutorial, comment down below and let me know, and I'll put a tutorial together for this machine so that you guys can make some DMT duplicators in your own world. Also link down to RaiseWorks design, because that's what I would do if I was going to do this in the future. The only problem with his design is that it takes a long time, because it literally goes block by block, and for 256 blocks wide, it took it did take about 4 minutes and 20 seconds, hashtag 420 baby, to actually go one way and then return back. So that's about 5 minutes per one block. So that's 5 minutes times 256. That's how much time it would actually take for this thing to go back and forth and make a 256 by 256 block perimeter like this. So to make this thing stop, what you do is you put a block of redstone to power this piston. So as soon as I remove this block of redstone, this thing is gonna go. But I put this one here because then when it shifts over one, which it will, the machine will actually stop next time it goes and then comes back and docks. So now it's locked and it'll stop. As you can see, there's two TNT duplicating flying machines that are gonna go all the way. I don't know, you know, I understand the technicals of this. I'm not gonna explain it. RaiseWorks does that in his video. You can go check out his video. On the other side, it literally just has a block that updates the observer that's in the front of the flying machines, and then that sends it going backwards. So what I would do as this is happening is I would make sure that I would patch up any liquids like you see over here. Like that's gonna be an issue because TNT doesn't explode in either water or lava. So this thing's gonna go back and forth, and there's gonna be all these hidden pockets of lava and water that are inside the wall that you need to actually go and patch up. So let's go ahead and patch this one up. This one was actually from the ocean. I also needed to drain all of the like rivers and oceans that it would be coming in contact with. Yeah, as you can see there, all the water's falling down. It's gonna get eliminated. But this thing is a beast, okay? Look at this thing. It just tears through the rock. And not only this thing being a beast, this whole area is a beast, right? I am so proud of this whole hole. But I'm excited that I'm going to be able to build some massive farms in here and not have to worry about it looking ugly, because it already looks ugly, right? I'm excited for the passive mob farm. That's why we had to do it 256 blocks wide. I'm really excited for that. And the lower that we can actually make the spawning platform for it, the better rates that we're actually going to get. So it's really cool that we can go all the way down to bedrock and get the most optimal rates. As you can see, this thing is really slow and it's just now hitting the return, and it's gonna come back this way now. But let's go ahead and check out the hole from up here, which it looks so mega. Like this is a lot of room where we can work with, where we can have some absolutely mega farms, and I'm very excited to get into all these farms with you guys. And like I said before, a lot of this building is going to happen on stream on Twitch. So definitely go follow me on Twitch so that you guys can come and hang out with me while I'm actually building all this stuff. And I will do my best to make update videos for YouTube so that, you know, the guys of you who cannot actually watch Twitch can still be updated on what's going on and be filled in on what's happening on the streams and here on the Strangecraft server. Well, I think this is a great place to actually end this episode. I'm really excited for the future of this mega industrial area in the hole and everything that we're gonna do. I have plans to make a bee farm next, and I don't actually have to go out and gather the bees because I know Hornist is actually selling beehives that are full of bees, so I'll probably just grab those. We'll get some honey blocks and then we'll start making a tree farm. So I'm very excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun, and that is coming up in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, definitely leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.